Hello and welcome to Afrodess Media, your #1 online inspirational TV program. This is Kofi Val's show, and today we are going to delve into a very deep conversation with the one and only Lucy Empress, the word icon, performing and recording word, spoken word artist, the lyricist, the word icon. And sometimes I just wonder how she comes up with the words, the mystery. You listen to spoken word and it's very unique and covers a very huge audience, the young, the elderly, and everyone. And just before we start, this is the time to pick your phone and subscribe to this channel. Welcome.
Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you are all well. My name is Lucy Wanjiku. I'm a creative, stage name Lucy Empress. I'm passionate about art, passionate about culture, and to be specific, poetry. Yeah, so this is what I do. As you say, poets tuna snap kwa wingi. So basically, I write my poetry based on what I see, based on personal experiences and also emotions. Since I believe that poetry is there to create the imaginations, paint pictures on what we really feel about what happens each and every day. And using art, this is the best way that we can reach to a lot of youths out there, since this is the language that they truly understand most. Yeah, I'm a performing artist. I also do live performances, corporate events, yeah. So themed events, that's what I do. And being a creative, it really challenges me to reach to a lot of youths out there using my art. The slogan being to change the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy, for making time today and coming to this show all the way from Nakuru. But how is Nakuru? It's not a city.
Yeah, Nakuru City to be precise.
How is Nakuru City?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me
You're
on the
welcome.
show. Lucy Empress, Afrodess. Have you seen what I've done there?
You know, it's been a while. You know, I watched your videos and then a long time ago because I love poetry and the spoken word and everything to do with art. And then I was like, how can I meet Lucy Empress? At least today you're here.
Wow, I'm here now.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Yeah.
Poetry, you know that a poet is just a poet. She doesn't have to introduce herself. The way she walks, the way she eats, the way she sleeps, it's all poetry. Don't forget to subscribe. We are here live with Lucy Empress and she's amazing, by the way. Watch her pieces on YouTube. Yes. So Lucy, about poetry, I've watched most of your videos and they're about matters affecting us, GBV, Jitambu, Jikubali, there's one for peace. What inspires your film?
Okay, for me what inspires my writing is what I see. Yeah, for me whatever I see has great impact to what I do. So I saw it better that instead of seeing all these things happening in the society, from gender-based violence, mental wealth, police brutality, and also these themes that guys take for granted, like love, Thanksgiving. Now that's what really inspires me to go and write it down, since they say kwanza unatengeneza what is here nyumbani ndio uweze kwenda huko nje. So this is what that I come across every day. We hear of the cases, and the best thing or the best way that I can take a step here to reach to youths out there and put it to the open that these things are really happening, and we need to go out there and tuweze kurekebisha, because me say that change is inevitable there. And if something is not going on well, there's always room for us to correct and do it better. Yeah.
And these are things that happen daily, even the ones that don't get to the news, to be newsworthy. They still happen every day.
Yeah.
And if we want change, if we want the future not to have such challenges like violence and not accepting your culture. Yeah, there's one you've also done about culture.
Exactly.
There's one you've done about skin, how we should embrace our skin.
Yeah,
self-acceptance. And these are really things that inspire people, that inspire the young ones as they come up. At least they know that you should accept yourself, you should love peace, you should, so many things.
Exactly, and for us to be able to reach to that point of embracing change, we need to talk about these things, because the more we keep quiet, this is where tunafinyilia problems. And you know it happens that when you put things inside and time is passing, and when it blows out, it's something that unapata correcting it. They say we better prevent than maybe source for solutions, but we can prevent these things from happening by always speaking about them and putting them out there
for people to see.
Yeah, these people need to know that these things are happening for ground, and if the family setups, this is where all these things begin. So if we don't speak about them at this level, the more tunazidi tukienda, problems zinazidi kupile. Na unapata sourcing for maybe for change uko mbele inakuwa tricky. So acha tuanzie hapa tu kwa foundation. Yeah.
When did you start doing now poetry? I mean, this spoken word. When did you start it?
Well, it has been a journey. Nashukuru, but the grace has been sufficient. God amekuwa too amazing. I have a great friend. Oebo sa Mungu anasaidia.
Milioeba. He's also great.
He's also been great, inspiring most of us. So my journey began when I was in class 5. Yeah, but then I was doing poetry. The choral verses.
Okay. In school?
In school.
Is it a music festival?
I will tell you, music festival. And you find that the school that I was, they were really supporting that sector sana. Unapata from there, as little as class 4, you will get into the group, and if you are good, well and good, and if you are not that perfect, there was room for you to improve. So in class 5, this is where it all began, and I could memorize. I'd say everything is a process. Now this is where the art or the gifts to master began. And taking part in the choral verses, most of you, the guys that have met me, know that I'm not so huge. So I had to do it to my best since kuna zile laini, kuna laini ya kwanza, laini ya pili. There was no way I could be placed nyuma, because lazima uonekane. So I really needed to do my best to make sure that I'm perfect, niweze kuwa pale mbele. I know, and that's where my confidence was built. And from there, unapata from class 5, class 6, there was also this, I'd say, a slogan that it is certificates
the primary.
Yes. So for me, I made sure that I had the music festival certificate, and we were lucky to tunaenda to the national levels. So it was an opportunity kuzurupia the other counties. So from there, unapata class 5, class 6, all the way, I took part in the music festivals.
Wow.
Going to high school, unapata you have the friends, and the moment that I showed my best friend, nikamwambia kuna hii nimeandika, alafu naisema hivi. She was like, actually she was an entertainment prefect. She was like, leo time ya enter lazima tufanyie kitu. And then unapata hata you are in school, lights zimepotea, guys are bored, and they're like, do for us something. Now that is where the passion began, and coming out here. And also, maybe I had not told you, the place that I was in church here, there were a lot of poets, but there was only one lady, Barbara Chege. Now that really inspired me, and I was like, since there is only one lady, why don't I join her, or even get into those shoes and see what's nini na happen, what's the worst that can happen. Now that one also pushed me sana kutaka kufanya poetry, and the rest is history. I'd say now we are doing it professionally. Tunashukuru.
Is it paying?
Yes, but now for me I'd say it's paying. It's paying me, na nashukuru. And one thing that I normally say is that artists, we should just know our value, because you find that when it comes to writing, we do the writing, you do your hustle here and there, you go to the studio, do the audio, do the video, see, still a process. Now the moment that you're standing before an audience, this is your business now. For me, I say that this zangu ndio stock zangu. Now this is my work. Now from there utapata, they say that art is priceless.
It is.
It is priceless.
It doesn't have a price.
Exactly. So even for them to give you the check, or for them to give you the payment, they're just appreciating you. So artists tuzidi kujua our value, and when we do that, this is full-time job.
You get payment from events, the events you go to, or how can an artist earn now? The artists out there, they want to see how they can earn from their art.
Okay. Okay. First of all, when it comes, spoken word is categorized. It's a stand-up performance thing. So you'll find that people when they pale kwa stage, kuna zile conversations, mmekuwa na the event organizers or the promoters, and from those conversations, this is before when they perform. And you tell them, do you have a quotation for artists? And from there you also have your quotation as an artist. You present it to them. If they buy it, well and good. Kama hawafiki, you still accept this is my art. So when they came approaching you, they were ready for you. So that's what happened. Mainly kila kitu ni kuongea. So you just negotiate, and also kuna these online platforms. Kuna the advertisement part. Maybe you advertise a product and you get a share.
Promotions. You do promotions. Okay.
Do promotions. There's also the YouTube channel.
Yes.
We are getting there. Maybe I can tell guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Of course.
Yeah. The online platform pia zinasaidia sana when it comes to this part ya pesa.
You make your art known to the world.
Exactly. Plus, you would find when it comes to online, this is an audience that is large, I'd say. Since unapata someone mtu mwenye maybe ako outside the country will be able to access your content from where they are. So I'd say online, since things have changed, everything is digital right now. So that's the best platform maybe to do the marketing thing.
But so many people do not want to come out and do the online thing. They just want to keep it to themselves. That if they post, I think it's a problem. It's called imposter syndrome. You're the fear of not wanting to be known what you do and had a secret life, private life. But Lucy Empress is here to tell us that you have to make your art known. That's the only way people will identify what you do.
Exactly.
And you never know who is watching. Someone may spot you.
And also for me, one thing that I say is that you see, there are some pieces that you write and you're like, hey, these pieces are too good for me to put them out there. But you remember there is that one person, that one person when in a case maybe someone was to commit suicide, and you're writing a piece on mental health. It's a good one, you want to keep it, but remember that there's maybe that one person when you anahitaji tu kusikia, and it will really change a lot in their life. So it's always good to put your art out there in the right way, that is, consult with people, and also from there, every day, there's nothing new under the sun. So when it comes to online, if there is any solution that you want, maybe kuna kitu you're not sure of, it's always good to inquire. Squeezy kuna YouTube channel, you just uko tu kwa simu yako and you get to learn a lot.
That's true.
So just put your art out there. Whatever is good, people will always buy it.
They'll be willing to buy it.
They will.
That's Lucy Empress today. At least the youth Oshajua now what to do with the art. Thank you so much for that. It's really eye-opening.
Anytime.
See you after the break. Welcome back to Coffee with Val Show. Thank you for staying with us. We now want to talk about activism because Lucy is also an activist just like I am. Let's talk about activism. You advocate for violence-free world, culture embracing world.
Exactly.
You advocate for peace. And tell me more about activism.
Okay, speaking of activism, you see, it also depends with the view that mse anakuja nayo, because guys have different opinions, because in a case if you stand and say I'm an activist, kuna ile stereotype that you do the vigorous campaigns, but you see things are changing, and utapata siku hizi hata we do them peacefully, and by saying that you are an activist, it just means that you are a citizen who's active. I'd say. So basically, it's not about telling guys that you should go to this direction, twendeni hivi. No, it's just changing the mindset, and telling them that let's do what is right. Now that's my perception of what activism. That's what I do.
And just like you also do, I also tell people that it's good to be active about these issues affecting the society each and every day.
Exactly.
And I think everyone should be very active about them and not just stay silent about them. But you realize that it's really hard in our society today. Even when you say you're a feminist, they think you want to fight the men.
Exactly.
And I think feminism and activism is just about kutetea haki. You stand for what is right and you just vocal about it. Hakuna violence, hakuna vita, you see.
Alafu there's a lot that's happening kwa ground.
Yes.
I'd say now even for us to start speaking about it and put it in the activism concept, it's really a bold idea, and even there are a lot of untold stories ukonje, and we take that bold step to speak about them. Now we get creative and use art, and our main aim being kuchange ile perception yenye watu wanayo that women should stay like this, women, it's a changing world, and the way things were happening kitambo, come 10 years, 15 years, hatuwezi baki the same place, and things are changing and we need to move with the seasons. Otherwise utapata tunazidi kudrag nyuma, hakuna kugrow, tunagrow. So these are some things that we need to stand boldly and talk about. I know everyone has their own opinion. Kuna wale urusha mawe wanasema you guys, but at the end of the day, as long as you are speaking what is right, no one can stop you. So pia ningetaka ku encourage maybe the youth out there, maybe you are shying off, unasema what will people say? If you do this, people will always talk. If you do that, people will always talk. So the best thing is to stick doing what is right. Yeah,
absolutely. You are so much passionate about gender-based violence, and recently there is a woman from Nigeria, the one who sang Ekwem. Actually, that's my favorite song. A good worship song. May her soul rest in peace. And these cases are happening daily. Every day. So why do you think it has been really hard to just deal with them and end them?
Do you know that there is a lot of stereotype that women kitambo, for instance, kwa pisi yangu nimesema, there was that perception that mwanamke, her place is in the kitchen, being submissive is what she ought to perceive, eti ikizidi kwenye ndoa atapatana na vita. Now you see, that was what was there before, but you find now that we are also having leaders who are females and they are doing it well. We had the famous Wangari Maathai, and even right now, even politically, tunaelekea your season, and you find that kuna women, they are aspirants, wanasimama, so you see things are changing. So for me, I'd say nile mindset, that's why we're using art. Personally, I'm using spoken word to try change the perception of the community about the position of a woman. Women are great,
They are great. We are great.
We are.
Hello viewers from wherever you are, welcome to Afrodess Media, your #1 inspirational online TV. Do you have an event coming soon? Afrodess Media is here for you. Are you an artist wondering why your music is not playing? We distribute music in international platforms such as iTunes, Spotify. Contact us for your music distribution. This is Coffee with Val Show. Welcome.